cut your length out, or you maybe use 2 logs. Maybe 1 log this side of the door and a different log for the other side of the door. Use up scrap logs that you have around. Start doing that before you see you coming into problems. Now you can see we put another guy wire up there. I don't know if we showed it on the film before. Coming off over this way. So we can pull with that guy wire almost from anywhere. I mean, pull with the snatch block from almost anywhere without worrying about this pole tipping or going back over itself. It seems to be working real well. We'll be getting up the ceiling joist for too long. Everything is pretty much repetitious here, just to take and make sure you get plenty of extra logs. All your logs close here to site and laid out along here, out in the field, up the hill or whatever. Have them off the side so they're out of your way so you can put in the logs you want, but at least have them close enough so you aren't afraid to take the time off to get off the wall and go look and pick a little log that's a little closer to what you need rather than just grabbing your best ones and using them. So you can have your selection here closer to hand. Because once you get to rolling like this, you're going to want to keep on moving, and it's easiest to grab the biggest logs and the nicest ones. Well, you're going to have to restrain yourself from that, especially when you use logs off your own place and you never know if you have quite enough. So, get them where you can see them. Do something with them. And you can use crooked logs. But you get off to the side and that log looks like it's perfectly off here ways. And you can see it fits in. Ain't bad at all. When you're standing inside of a room or looking at it from the side, you don't notice that. Your V-notch takes care of it, and it's got plenty of support all the way along because that V-notch is grabbing all the way down the log. It's a handcrafted home like this, you'll have these things and learn to live with them and like them. Crawl up on there and take a look at this V-notch. There's notch work. There's the V-notch. One thing you always want to do, you want to be sure that you buff down these knots. Buff down all these big knots on here so that when you do scribe, that you aren't taking the knots off later and leaving a void in where your V-notch sits down. Get this dressed up, cleaned up a little bit so that it's easier to scribe and better fitting. Down there you can see how I tunneled it for the full scribe look on the ends. And this will fit down just like that and over there when it's done. See how well that looks all along there? Looks like a real nice tight fit. He's doing real good work here. Don't be afraid to be versatile. You can always change your methods and your ways a little bit to accommodate the type of logs you're using or the number of logs you have. Made this end here so it form fits. You usually scribe straight off the end of the log here and put it up over here. He dished his notches out real good. He gets a real nice fit on these notches. They sit down real well because he dishes them out real well inside at each notch. Here, as you can see, he's cupping it out real nice. He hasn't had to do too much refitting. Once you get a few logs up and learn how to do it, you don't have to do a real lot of refitting. That's that notch, and